Sun Country is known for flying to Florida. So on this trip, we're heading to Bradenton. We kick off our trip at the famed Ringling Museum. Then we continue on to Bradenton and the beaches of Anna Maria Island, explore the mangroves of Robinson Preserve, wander the streets in the Village of the Arts, and hear directly from the locals in this better-kept secret of Florida's coastlines. Right next to the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport, the Ringling is more than just a museum. It's a unique look into an iconic era in history. Hi there.
Hi, you must be Amber.
I am. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jennifer. Welcome to the John and Mabel Ringling Museum of Art. We have this amazing estate that was founded by John Ringling. He was the youngest of the Ringling brothers of circus fame, and he built this place to showcase an amazing art collection in the Museum of Art. But then he also built his home on this property, and later we got a circus museum. So we have all of that to explore with you today.
Fabulous.
So the Museum of Art has 21 galleries. Across the board, our collection is one that you would see in some of the finest museums in Europe.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're walking into a place in Florida. Oh, wow.
The courtyard of the Museum of Art is spectacular. You know, you had these marvelous replicas of Renaissance and earlier sculptures that were imported from Italy, including Michelangelo's David. We have one of the very few life-size casts of that sculpture that graces over the courtyard. Welcome to Catazan, the House of John in a Venetian dialect, but it was for John and Mabel to spend their winter time here in Sarasota, Florida, and it's really the home of a circus king. We have finally made it to the Circus Museum. The entrance tent actually mimics the entrance into the tented circus of the early 20th century. This is the greatest show on earth mural. Everybody in this mural is a real performer. So at the top corner is Dolly Jacobs, an extraordinary aerialist. Her father, Lou Jacobs, is the clown in the center. And so it's the spectacle of Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, particularly in the 1980s, 1990s, when it was just this bedazzled, amazing experience that traveled town to town. This is the circus that most of us remember these days, right? Are you interested in seeing our miniature circus?
Yes, of course.
It has over 45,000 pieces. It sits on a tabletop that is like 3,800 square feet. Howard Tibbles was 17 years old when he started making the circus, and he worked on it for over 70 years.
Holy moly.
So from the small miniature, we go into this interactive performance gallery where we really celebrate the actual people and the objects that are here in the collection from the original circus. The little clown car here is one of the treasures of the collection. Lou Jacobs was a very well-known American clown with the Ringling Show. He was over 6 foot tall, and so he built this little tiny car around himself so that he made it as small as possible so that he could get himself in and then roll out into the ring. No.
While I'm probably not cut out to join the circus, it was fun to try parts of the exhibit while remembering watching the circus as a kid in Fargo, North Dakota. Next, it's straight to the beach to catch our first sunset. There's nothing like dinner with your toes in the sand to forget about the Minnesota winter. The next morning, we head to Robinson Preserve, a 687-acre coastal sanctuary located in northwest Bradenton, just a few minutes from our hotel.
Hey Amber, it's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the Robinson Preserve here in Bradenton, Florida. Today we're going to go on a little kayaking adventure. We're going to take off through the mangroves, head out through the preserves, and see what kind of wildlife we can see.
Glass Bottom's fun.
It is a lot of fun. You know what's cool about this place is that it is open to the public and it's totally free.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, look over here. We have our first little bird friend this morning.
Wow.
So this guy is called an ahinga, and that literally translates to snake bird. When it swims, its body sinks down in the water. So you'll see it swimming, and all you see is its neck sticking up out of the water like this. And I can tell you, when they're swimming close to the shoreline and you see something like that, you definitely mistake it for a snake.
So what brought you to Florida, Lindsay?
I never thought that I would live in Florida, if I'm being honest. I came here against my will on vacation a couple of years ago and came out of the airport and was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Getting outside and getting in the sun, and I can do this just about every day of the year. It's great. All right, let me give you a pull in. Do you see all these piles of little balls everywhere? These are from fiddler crabs. So what they do, they filter the sand.
Yeah.
So they'll put the sand into their mouth and get all the stuff they want to get out of it and then spit it back out in these little balls. So I'll show you something that I find pretty neat. Do you see all the crystals on this leaf here?
Yeah.
It's salt.
Okay.
So this is the black mangrove, and it drinks the ocean water and gets rid of the salt through its leaves.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sea salt.
Yeah, it would be a great snack. Stick it in the air fryer. Don't do that. We don't do that to mangroves. They're special friends. We call this part get up and go hiking. Give your upper body a rest. It's worth the trip up.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
While manatees can be spotted in the Robinson Preserve during the warmer months, Bradenton has also been home to a manatee rescue program for the past 30 years, helping protect and rehabilitate these gentle giants.
So we've had manatees here at the museum since the 60s.
Okay.
There actually used to be a resident manatee called Snooty, who was here at the museum until very recently. During his later years, we actually started doing rehabilitation work, and he became kind of an ambassador for young manatees to help teach them wild skills for once they're released and actually get them ready to be released. So we've been doing manatee rehabilitation ever since then.
Hi. Look at his sweet eyes. They eat lettuce?
Yeah, here they eat lettuce. It's the best form of food for them, really, and we can control it very tightly because we have to control exactly how much they eat. Out in the wild, they eat 60 different types of plants, mostly living off seagrass. But one great thing about them, why they're so important to the environment, is they love eating invasive plants. So like water hyacinths and things. They keep the invasive plants out of our waterways. So these are about to be released back into the wild, all being well. We kind of get them up to about 600 pounds, which gives them a good weight to be out there for a while they adapt into their new environment. We do all the medical checks on them, and then they can go back into the waters and just being great representatives of the natural history of Florida.
So once you release them, do they have trackers in them so you can watch them?
Yeah, generally, most of them will get a tracker, and then actually you can go to a website that you can follow them around and see how well they're doing. And then once we know, after a year, we know we were successful. We know that they learned what we needed them to learn, and then they'll get their tracker taken off.
That's awesome. Before dinner, we head back to the hotel and check out the pool. We're staying at the Compass Hotel, Anna Maria Sound by Margaritaville, perfectly located for this quick getaway. For dinner, we head to the locally recommended Ugly Grouper. With fun outdoor seating and live music every day of the week, this restaurant is known for their signature tacos and, of course, grouper. The next day, we head out on the water to see if we can spot the resident community of bottlenose dolphins that call this area home year-round.
So where we're at today is we're actually in the intercoastal waterway between Anna Maria Island and Bradenton. This area is shallow water also. You have to be careful while you're out here running around, or you will run aground. But what it does with the dolphins is it gives them that habitat. It gives them, we have such great seagrass and everything, so their prey fish, we have quite a few here for them. And they don't go anywhere. These are not migratory dolphins.
That's pretty unique, isn't it? Because dolphins usually migrate?
Yes, it is. They do stay here year-round and for quite a long time. These dolphins have been researched for over 55 years.
That's amazing.
So Amber, what we're about to do is we're going to start looking for these dolphins, and we're going to look for their dorsal fins. That's the easiest way to find them. Wait a minute, see these birds right up here?
Yes!
I think there they are.
Yay!
So as we come up on these dolphins, we want to make sure that we're going to respect them. You know, we want to stay at least 50 yards away from them, give them their space so we're not interrupting what they're doing.
Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh, I sound like a dolphin.
From the coast, we head inland to the vibrant Village of the Arts, a live-work artist community where we kick things off at the husband and wife-owned Italian eatery, Arte Caffe.
The Village of the Arts here is a wonderful community. It's very eclectic, a nice combination of people who live here in residence, also artists who live here, some people who've opened up galleries. We have local cafes and also service providers as well. And we all try to add our own color and flavor to the art that is the Village of the Arts. But I also want to show you where the magic happens here in our cafe, and that's with my husband, Remo, who's the chef.
Today, I'm going to show you how to prepare an authentic traditional marinara sauce. Generous amount of good olive oil, a nice amount of garlic, a little salt, pepper, my mom's secret, a little inch of butter. Basil that we have in our yard, we're gonna slap basil leaves into the sauce because that's the only way that you can keep all the flavor of the basil in the leaves.
So I think when a lot of people think of Florida and this area of Bradenton, they might just go to the beach here.
Sure. You know what's fascinating is we see a lot of tourists who come through here, who find us. And I think what really makes us unique is the neighborhood that we're in. You can walk down the street on any given day and find these beautiful homes with really eclectic gardens and artwork, some really neat galleries, some really neat shops to stop in, and also some really great food.
Hello, there we go.
Wow.
As I always tell to my customers, I'm full of surprise, so I have two for you. This is the penne, and I made two of my wonderful pizza.
My goodness. This looks absolutely stunning.
It does, right? And my husband definitely believes that you eat not just with your taste buds, but with also your eyes.
Yeah.
And this is definitely his art form. It's why we call ourselves Arte Caffe.
Next, we meet up with local artist Mary Fragapane to tour some of the galleries and learn more about the village.
All right, so this is a great first stop anytime you come to the Village Mystic.
Okay.
They're usually open, and they will also have maps and guidebooks and be able to tell you who else is open that day. Our next stop is one of my favorite artists in the Village of the Arts, Alfredo Garcia.
Fabulous. I love fluorescent colors. It's like sunshine and happiness.
So in different areas around the village, you'll see these plaques. This particular one features Herbie Rose, who was the artist who convinced the city to create a live-work overlay within this area. Joan Peters is one of the most prolific painters in the Village of the Arts.
I think another theme I've seen is everyone has all price points, and so you can have an original piece of artwork that's quite affordable from this area.
These are all not just locally owned businesses, but micro businesses, and you're really supporting the artists and the makers and the creatives, the chefs.
Yep.
We have it all here, and your visit supports all of that creative energy.
Yeah. The work of Mary and other artists spills into downtown as we head to the dock to take the ferry to Bradenton Beach Pier on Anna Maria Island. We walk up Bridge Street, crossing the island to catch the sunset on the beach. Then we check out the local shops on our way to dinner at the Anna Maria Oyster Bar. We start our last day on the beach with all-you-can-eat pancakes from the Pancake King at Anna Maria Island Beach Cafe. Awesome, thank you.
Come back and get some more.
Okay, sounds good. Next, I decided to try out some local transportation as we explore more of the island. It's like a very fancy golf cart that goes faster. It's really fun. Everybody that you drive by, they're always smiling at you. First stop, the shiny fish emporium on Pine Avenue to make my own unique souvenir. Hi there, I'm Amber.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Shiny Fish Emporium. Would you like to paint a sand dollar?
I sure would.
All right.
All right, here we go. Now I'm ready. We're getting serious here. Painting is fun.
It's really cool. We've met people from all over the world. And because they stay and paint a sand dollar, I really get to visit with them.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It's kind of like adult coloring books. I feel myself relaxing already. Can I use my finger as design? Oh, and I was a preschool teacher for a long time. Fingerprint art is like our specialty.
Oh, that's the dream.
The secret is not too much paint when you're doing it. You gotta dab off paint.
I feel like this Muppet thing is really coming together now.
It really is. It's very sunshiny.
That looks
so fun.
Should we glitter it and
Yes,
make it
please.
sparkly?
It's like the sparkly white sand.
We call it Sugar Your Sand Dollar.
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, it's perfect. Thank
how
you.
pretty. And now you can hang it. So
Yeah. Next, we head to the historic Cortez Village, one of Florida's last remaining commercial fishing communities. We sit down to learn more at Starfish Company, a working waterfront seafood market and dockside restaurant.
We try to let people know that this is coming from right here. Like these boats, this is what lands these fish. You don't get them in very many places. It makes it really very unique.
Yeah.
There are offshore boats. They target fish like snapper and grouper. They're the bigger boats. They go out for maybe 8 to 12 days at a time.
Okay.
And then the inshore boats bring a unique variety of seafood also, like trout when they're in season or pompano.
Okay.
So again, we're really big on making sure that these are Florida produced or minimally US produced seafood, and that's what you're getting when you come to Starfish Company.
Nothing better than having good seafood when you're on the ocean. So we just had lunch at Starfish Company, and I thought what better time than to try some fishing than here at Bradenton Beach Pier. Are those crawfish? What are those?
Shrimp.
Oh, they're shrimp.
Right.
I guess I've never seen shrimp alive before. Here we go. So in 1999, I took a class called Outdoor Recreation at Detroit Lakes High School. I think that's the last time I've been fishing. Oh, and I've never had anything like alive looking at me. Gross. Show no fear, show no fear, show no fear. Ugh. Okay, I don't know. Should I Google? Caught it. They wiggle faster when they're out of the water. Okay. They're so wiggly. Oh, okay. This is not a pontoon in a lake in Minnesota, you know. Oh, look, I have no shrimp left. Well, that was a fun activity in feeding the fish, because all they did was eat my shrimp. Ah, well, better luck next time. You're free for now. Before this trip, I actually hadn't spent much time exploring Florida's coastlines. But Bradenton felt like what I imagined classic Florida to be. Easygoing, sun-washed, and unhurried. It was a gentle reminder that travel doesn't always have to be about doing more. Sometimes it's about lingering a little longer and taking it all in.